what I'm gonna do is change the input shaft of this 241C here to one of these to fit a 4L80E. This won't be a step-by-step because I don't know what I'm doing either, but I will cut the camera back on for anything notable. Right. This big sucker can take your eye out if you're not careful. There we go. These are Snap-on SRP3. I got these off eBay specifically for this because I watched somebody take one of these apart and I had nothing like this. That made that a lot easier than getting after it with screwdrivers or something, so I highly recommend it. You can enjoy the test drive soundtrack with me for a minute. These were 15mm. These, for whatever reason, are 1/2 inch. Love when they mix metric and standard together. And found a good video to watch. I will link it in the description of whatever this ends up as, a short or a video. See, the map gas has come out, so it's been a good time so far. One of the bolts wanted to round off, but I got it. There it goes. Pretty clean in here. Apparently this is the tone ring. I don't need that. So I'll just toss this somewhere. More snap rings. There it goes. Alright. And that comes off. Don't need that, but you know, whatever. Another snap ring. Oh, they love snap rings in these things. It works, so. Got all the bolts out, got it sitting up, kind of wobbly. Don't try and pull this off. I believe that's the oil pump. Don't want to break that. On either side of the case, there are these thicker bosses with, I believe, spots to pry from. Well, definitely spots to pry from because that's what I'm doing with it. There we go. A lot easier than some others cases I've seen. Wiggle and pry until it comes off of there. There we go. There's your oil pump. The video I was watching said not to pry it out or you could break it, but I mean there's, oh yeah, okay. It just fell out of mine, so. All this crap out of the way. There's another snap ring I have to deal with. Right here. I think this one's free. Yeah. Pretty soon you'll get to witness my terrifying lack of upper body strength. So I know we're all excited for that. Holy God! What I said earlier about taking an eye out? Yeah, that would have hurt. Thankfully I see where it landed. Yeah, be careful. Got it? Our recording is less of a how-to for y'all and more of a, dear God, where does it all go back together for me? Have I ever told you I don't know what I'm doing? It all wants to come out together. So, you know what? It's all coming out together. I don't know if you can see in here very well. I'll show it to you. There's this plate here attached to the shifter. And how does this come out? Pretty sure I can see already which one of these two I'm gonna need. Because I can look down inside where the shaft was right here, and I see a bearing in the end of the input shaft, and this one is straight through. And this one has a very similar bearing, so I think it's this one. Never mind, I figured it out. Pull this lever all the way up, it pulls out the plate all the way back and pulls this out of its spot. So, easy enough. Show you the inside. Like the other side, they give you some handy slots to pry from. If the previous owner didn't glue it down too hard. Thankfully they didn't. Oh, I'm gonna have, survey says, yet another snap ring, holding it in from this side, and then it will fall out the bottom. I'm trying not to take my eye out this time. You won't be able to see what I'm doing, but I get to keep my eyes, so. Ooh. Oh, well. That's one way to do it. Somewhere to set this thing. Here's what the inside looks like. You don't need a how-to for everything. Snap ring here, shocker, right? Snap ring comes out, this little plate comes out, and then this can come out the top. Still do it with screwdrivers after all. Get behind it, and there's a little cutout here. There we go. Easy enough. And we'll have a thing come out through. We'll just pull it out like this. All right. Now we see. Well, it's not really a guessing game which one fits. I only have one that has the bearing. So, pull it out. It's these counts, I believe, that are different between the two. Not just the having a bearing or not having a bearing. I'll try this one just because. Yep. And that right in. All right, well, that's how. Ta-da. Put that on. Put that on. Make sure it's still recording. Put this back in there. There we go. No, that's fine. Make sure it's snapped in all the way around. Perfect fit. There we go. All right. Try to do this without losing an eye. There we go. It's interesting. There it goes. All right. There's a oil hole here. I assume that's what it is. And it fits over like so. Alright, try and get you a little bit better view here of what I'm doing. So, I might not know what I'm doing, but at least we'll all be able to see. Where is the shift lever? Oh, don't want that. There we go. That should hold it in place where it goes. Which one was it on when I pulled it out? I don't remember. I think it was that one. I hope I'm remembering everything right. One side then. This is hard to see. Alright, little spring. I do remember that one. Snap ring on here. Wasn't one here. Should be that one. Looks like it. Since the that's all back in, I'm gonna move this back the way it was before I knock the camera off the table. Alright. Back where you go. The angled cut to these is really helping. The danger factor, there we go. Well, they go on easier than they came off. So, back in as it goes. Pickup has a slot. That sits on the outside of the case. Well, you'll see it in a second. Watch the splines. There we go. Make sure it stays pushed over onto the tube there. There we go. There's a pad like this on either side. The bolts that went in there had a washer and were noticeably longer than the short bolts that go around the side. Someone's gonna notice that I didn't put any sort of sealer between the cases. It's because I don't know if it needs any, and kind of don't care. If it leaks, I'll pull it apart and seal every single surface, but I really just need it back together so I don't lose anything, and so I can lock it up with the transmission. So, all right, two the same for this. Looks to be the same on both sides. All right, I had a bit of a video issue. I don't know why. It didn't catch me putting this, I don't believe, the snap ring or this cover back on, but it's just pull the shaft to you, put the snap ring on, easy. Bolt this on. These bolts are 1/2 inch. Everything else on this is metric. Don't understand it, but whatever. And then this goes on. And that's it. Easy to do. Wasn't bad at all. Good luck with yours. If you have any questions, ask me.